Hey, it's Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships, and...
Sex. Or lack of sex.
Not on our watch.
Not on our watch.
Today's podcast is, if you do not think you're going to fuck, cancel the date.
Yes.
And this is an old... I cannot remember, like Ross Jeffries, one of the old pickup guys. That was his rule. He goes, if you don't think you're going to fuck, cancel the date.
It's perfect.
And it's a good, especially if you've been doing this for a while and your picker is good.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to like attract girls that you click with, and you have a system of where you move them around and you close pretty consistently. If you don't think so, just cancel it.
Yeah.
And like Bunny says, there's two things, and I'm going to let her explain to you, because canceling doesn't mean you're not going to fuck her. You know? So, again, if you go, man, I just don't think I'm going to close this thing.
Yeah.
What does that do to the girl when you cancel?
Well, it has two benefits. So if you cancel, if we've been talking and we've got a plan to meet up, to have drinks tonight, but you think I'm seeming kind of dry, you're thinking I'm not all that enthusiastic, you thinking, I'm not really engaging with you, kind of reciprocating the conversation enough on the front end, and you don't think that you're going to be able to close it whenever you get in front of me, or that I'm going to be so opposed to it that you're not going to close it, cancel, because it will either prove the point, prove that you're right, and she'll disappear. If you cancel a date and she gets upset about it or just disappears after that, it's because she wasn't going to fuck you. She wasn't. So you were right. Good job. Or it will build her intrigue with you. So if it builds her intrigue because you have the gumption to cancel a date, if she was interested in you, she will then start to chase you a little bit, even though you haven't fucked yet, because she is genuinely interested in you. So, early on, not on our first date, but early on, Fort Worth canceled one of our dates. And I know it was just part of the strategy now. Like, I know it probably wasn't actually anything legitimate, although it might have been. He did a lot more personal training back then and stuff at odd hours, so there's no telling. But he canceled a date. And not only did it give him an opportunity to gauge my response, if I was going to be a bitch about it, if I was going to be rude, or if I was just going to be like, okay, have a great night, I hope you, close this personal training deal, whatever. You can gauge the kind of girl that you're dealing with when you cancel a date. But it also made me truly disappointed, inside, that I wasn't going to get to see him. So therefore, I'm like chasing him more. I'm reaching out to him more. How was the meeting? How did it go? Or if she thinks that you're actually on a date with somebody else, she'll definitely put herself in front of you more. So canceling a date is not, throwing in the towel. It's literally separating the girls who were going to fuck you, or want to fuck you, or needed a little bit more intrigue to be built in order to fuck you, and those who weren't going to fuck you anyway, and you just saved yourself $20 and 2 hours.
Just doing something like this, you've got to understand, a lot of girls have never been broken up with.
Yeah.
Girls get their asses kissed all the time.
Oh, yeah. At every stage in life and at every attractiveness level.
Yeah. No matter where she's at, and she's never had anybody cancel.
Yeah.
And she's never, the guys that it's just not done. You do this, and it's good for you too. And we're not saying just throw one to experience it. But if you truly, like Bunny says, you don't feel like this girl's like excited.
Yeah.
It's like some of these guys go, if you're not excited to see me, get the hell out.
Right.
just doing this will be extremely good for your game.
Yeah.
Because it gives you the confidence to walk away.
1,000%. Yes.
Most guys have never done this. And one of the best things I ever did was leave through the kitchen. A girl just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And it's not how I tell people to bail on a date, but it's how I bailed on this date. I didn't pay the tab. I didn't do it. I literally just walked out, said I'm going to the restroom, and then went through the kitchen. But then when we would be talking to other girls about what was your worst date,
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah, I had to bail and leave through the kitchen. They would actually start sitting up.
Yes.
Because they're paying attention, because they don't know any guys that walk away from anything.
Exactly.
It was one of those weird things that you did, and then you tell other people, and they start actually acting better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She will. Then the girls who actually don't want you to leave through the kitchen,
Yeah.
on them,
Yeah.
they try harder. It's a win-win.
It's really, the first time I ever told the story, and she kind of started sitting up taller and kind of lit up. I was like, oh, that's weird. Because you don't expect it.
And the inevitable that you will then go to the restroom
Yeah,
during
exactly.
the date.
She's like, oh, shit, he's not coming back.
Shit. Yeah.
But anyway, that's exactly what this does for you mentally, is it increases your confidence that you can walk away, and it's not just theory.
Yeah.
1,000%.
1,000%.
Your time and attention is extremely valuable, especially to girls. So use it. Wield it.
Yeah.
What do you think would be a good?
If you are facing some dating challenges, you've read everything, you've listened to every podcast, you've asked your buddies, you've scoured the internet for answers, but you're still not really convinced of how to move forward, the best way to actually get a solid answer and a real plan in place, a system in place, is to just get on the phone with Fort Worth or I. We both offer consults that will save you, in the long run, time, money, and frustration. Quit wasting your time and just get on a phone call. If you are, most of the men that we deal with, number one, say, who else am I going to talk to about this? I can't talk to my buddies. I can't ask my dad. None of these guys know what I'm talking about. Or they say, I know what to do. I just needed you to find out for sure. I feel like I know, but I needed to kind of get confirmation of that, because you get so many opposing views on everywhere that you look, everywhere that you turn. But what we talk about is stuff that works consistently over time. These are the timeless, classic rules of game and attraction and sex that work across generations and across, in a lot of ways, across even nationalities and things of that nature. We'll tell you if something is not going to apply in your neck of the woods. We work really hard on making sure that what we share are the universal truths of pickup game, attraction, and sex. So if you are doubting yourself, if you just want to say, I need a system right now and I can't seem to take a step forward until, I get this, get on the phone with us. Fort Worth does phone call consultations. I do phone call and video consultations. Either way, we want you to win. If you like this podcast, please like, subscribe, share with your friends.